Hello everyone, welcome to Blue Dragon Actual. So as you have seen in the video thumbnail, today the topic is what is the difference between TVOG and cost of guarantee. And I'll end this video with a question, right? So if you can answer that question, there will be some gift for you. And once again, I am receiving couple of queries about my seminar. So I am planning the seminar on this time period. So this would be from Jan. So 26th is a holiday. So between 26th to 29th, I am planning the seminar. It will be held in Gurgaon. I may to fix on the fees that I'll be charging or on the place, but yeah, it will be done. And this is the time like this. I'm hoping that I can conduct that in that time. In case there is some change because of some change in workload or some change in my situation, I'll let you know, right? And as I mentioned, the topic of the seminar would be those four topics that I've asked in that poll in LinkedIn. So it will be IFRS 17, actual software, something on trading with actual, and I think there was one more topic, maybe questions related to jobs. So those will be the four topics that will be divided into 6 hours. So the seminar will be for 6 hours, and let's see how it goes, right? So coming back to today's topic, so today's topic is related to time value of money and cost of guarantee. So, like I received a question on this from someone in LinkedIn message, and once again I would like to reiterate that if you have a question, please write it on the YouTube comment section, and I mean yeah, don't like that person also knew about this and he responded saying that yeah, I this question was not related to any video that you have made recently, so I thought of asking this question on LinkedIn. So that is okay, even if it is not related, you can like just put that in the comment section as suggestion. It helped me in two ways. First of all, if you write a comment, it will like YouTube algorithm will pick that and it will show the video to many people, right? So that way my channel grows. And the second thing is I can easily go back and trace, okay, these are the comments for which I have to make the video, right? So I can very easily do that, but in LinkedIn message it get lost, right? If you post in LinkedIn comment section, it get lost. So this is one of the interesting topic, and I thought let me first make the video here. And 25th of December there will be a special video on what you want from life. So please do watch out for the video. It will be a counseling video, but I think like you have seen my decision making video, it will be on similar lines. But I think it will help many people, especially people who are kind of just starting their life. I've seen, because I've taken multiple interviews, I've seen people get confused, and that is okay to be confused, right? So I think that's the topic that I'll be covering there. But today's topic is what is the difference between time value of options or TVOG, right? Time value of options and guarantees, and cost of guarantee, and if there is any difference or whether cost of guarantee is equal to time value of option guarantee. So consider so when an insurer will consider time value of option or guarantee. So suppose there is a ULIP policy, like unit link policy or some saving policy, and insurer says that okay, you invest 1,000 rupees and will guarantee. So in this kind of situation, you invest 1,000 rupees there or $1,000, and I will guarantee that you will get 1170, right? After the end of 3 years, no matter what is the situation, right? So in that case, what insurer is doing is like insurer is providing a guarantee, right? That because if you whatever the market might go to say uh, market might crash 50%, right now there is coronavirus cases rising and the Nifty is crashing, so market can go down anytime, and insurer is bearing that risk that if the market goes down, then insurer still have to pay that 1170. So if you remember from your actual study, if you have studied, so I think it is called CM2 now, in our time it is called CT8. So this is the concept of options, right? So actually, in order to discuss this topic, we require four elements. We need to understand four elements, and then we can come to the final definition. So it will be slightly longer video, slightly complicated as well, because it's not an easy thing to discuss, right? CM2 in any case was a difficult paper, right? So insurance actually kind of selling an option, right? Like there is a risk. So I think many people probably would have forgotten about what are options. So options are like there are two types of option: call option and put option, right? If the market goes beyond a particular level, you would like to have call option so that you can purchase it at lower price, right? And if the market falls below a particular level, then you have put option so that you can probably, you don't get the fear the loss, right, of the market selling. So I'll just show that in one of my website. Option and future is something that I trade daily. If you don't know about my other, YouTube channel that is called Blue Dragon Trading, you can search it and you can subscribe to that channel as well. I trade daily and I post intraday videos. Recently I've made a big loss and I'm in process of kind of recovering the loss. That is a very interesting journey. And future and option intraday trading is the most difficult form of, trading, also most rewarding, because it is most difficult, because it's most risky, right? So yeah, I mean, that is very important. That's why all this concept that you learn in Actuary is very, very important, right? Because Actuary is ultimately a course about risk management and prediction. And with this two things at your disposal, you can like do wonders in the market, right? So let's move on. So this is a call option I've just taken. So this site is called Obstra, and in Obstra you can just plot a chart of, or just select option, and it will show you. So this is a Nifty option for the 24th of November, because I'm selecting. So I'm just selecting a prior period. So 14th of this as just assume that today is 14th of November 9:20 a.m. and this is 24th November expiry. So every option has an expiry time period, right? So that means, so what this option shows or means is if the market stays here, right? If the market stays here, or if Nifty, in this case Nifty, if Nifty, currently Nifty is at on 14th of November, Nifty is at 18,379. Okay. So Nifty is at 18,379. And if the market stays here, right? If the market stays till this point, so if you see, if the market stays in 18,128, the market stays in 17,828, we are making loss because of this option. So this is a 17,800 strike price call option. So if the market moves above this level, so basically what this means, so let me change this 17, because market currently is at 18,379. Let me take a 18,000 maybe 400 option, right? Okay. So you can see the loss is minimized, right? So currently the market is here 18,700. So here you can see the maximum that you can lose, that is 9050, right? And that is basically the premium. So 181, that is the price, right? And when you purchase Nifty, there is a lot size, so you cannot purchase one option, that is you have to purchase 50 lot, right? So that will be 50 into 180, and that is 181, that is exactly equal to 9050. So basically option gives you the right but not the obligation to kind of purchase, to kind of use the option. So that's why option is so beneficial, because in option you may let the option expire, right? So this is an option which is for 24th November, that is the expiry date, and this is the strike price 18,400. So if market goes above this level where you can see this green, right, you can make, like how far the market will go, you can make that much profit. Your profit is basically infinite, right? However, if the market do not go above that level, right, then it's like it is then you are going to lose maximum 9050, which is your which is your premium. And this is a European option. There is another type of option called American option. So European option you can only excise on the expiry day, but American option you can excise any time before the expiry day, right? So that's the difference, but I don't want to go into that because then I will get distracted. If you want a comparison between European option, American option, just write it in the comment section. I can make detailed video on that, right? So now considering the European option, this is the loss that we can make, and this is the profit, right? Now if you see here, the profit point here is coming out to be 18,000, approximately 18,436, right? So that is because your premium is 181, right? So 18,400, and then you have to go more 181 points, right? Then you will start making profit because you have already paid this amount from your pocket, right? So suppose the market is at 18,400, then at that point of time you're still not in profit, right? Because you are yet to cover this 181 rupees. So when the market moved to 18,400 plus 181, that is 18,581, then you start to make this profit, and the further the market moves, you are in profit, right? So this this is the profit that you can see, and as I mentioned, the loss is minimized, right? And same happens for put option. Let's also see a put option. So 18,400 put. Let me buy an 18,400 put. So 18,400, right? Now, in this case, if the market falls, right? If the market falls, then you make profit. In this case, the premium is 146. So 18,400 minus 146, that is the level from which you will start to make profit, right? And this chart that you are seeing, right? This is the chart. This chart is made on expiry day, right? This is like every day, like you can there in like in especially in Indian scenario, there are weekly options, there are monthly options. So depending, you need not hold the option till the expiry, right? You can sell the option before expiry, and depending on how it has moved, how the price has moved, you can make profit or loss. There is no need for you to hold the option till expiry. Now, what is the important thing that we have to understand from this is option price. And if you remember, option price is calculated by something we used called Black-Scholes model, right? And there is also another thing called binomial tree. Using that, we can also calculate the option price, right? But option price is essentially consisting of two things. One is called the implicit value, other is called the explicit value or the time value, right? So what is implicit value? Implicit value is this green area. So suppose you are here, right? The more you go here, the implicit value increases. Like the more you go past your profit target, like the 18,400 minus that 146, from there your profit area begins. The more you go into that, the implicit value increases, right? What is the other value? That is called time value, or in actually we also call that time value of option and guarantees, right? That is because, as I mentioned before, the insurer is like selling an option, right? Insurer wants the market to go up, right? That means insurer is bullish on the market. Insurer wants the market to go up. That's why insurer will make profit, because if the insurer market falls, then chances are this 1,000 will become 900, and the insurer, this guarantee will bite the insurer, right? So the insurer is bullish on the market, right? The insurer is selling the option, right? So how does selling an option looks like? So it will let's just look the reverse of this. But in this case, like when you buy an option, you have the potential to make infinite profit. When you sell an option, you have the potential to make infinite loss, right? So I'll just sell an option and show how the chart look. And because insurer is bullish on the market, right? So what the insurer will sell? Insurer will sell a put option, right? Because selling and so when you buy and put option, that means you are bearish. Now when you sell same thing, right? So that would mean you are bullish, right? So in this case, 18,400, right? So this I'm selling this just as an example. So you can see the loss. The chart has just repeated like it's a mirror image, right? The earlier whatever the loss, that is your profit. So in this case, your max profit is limited, right? But your loss is unlimited, which is exactly the reverse of insurance. So this portion, this red portion is the time value, right? This red portion is the time value, and this green portion is, sorry, for because this is an insurer, this is an actually an option selling charts. This red portion represent the implicit value, because for option seller it will be reverse, right? So this for an option, we talk about implicit value and time value from option buyer perspective. And this red portion that you see would be green for an option buyer, so that's why it will be implicit value. And this small portion that you see would be the time value. So what is the concept of this? Like, what is the intuitive concept of this time value? Suppose you are selling an option or to a person, and there is 7 days to expiry, right? And you think that the market would not fall below 18,400, right? That's basically what is kind of represented by this. Market will not fall below 18,400, right? So what do you think is seven? Now there is 7 days, right? So in 7 days anything can happen. Now you are on the fourth day, and market is at say 18,800, right? So there is very limited chance that from 18,800 in only 3 days the market will fall below 18,400, right? So that means when you are at that level, when you are at the start, you have lot of time value. You have and slowly you realize those time value, right? And as and when you approach the expiry, at that point of time, the time value reduces, right? And the reduction is much faster. So initially there is more time value, right? But the reduction is much slower. And the reduction happens in a no exponential way, not in a linear way. So initially there is a lot of time value because there's a lot of time left. Anything can happen, right? So for option buyer, like option buyer will, like for in option buyer would like to kind of exercise the option, so he would require the market to fall, right? So option buyer would require market to fall quickly. But if that happens after 4 days, then you have some time value that has been already recognized by that point of time. And why you have time value? Because when at the start you don't know whether the market will, where the market will go. There is, maybe the market is at, say, at that point of time 18,600, right? And there is a higher chance the market will fall to 18, below 18,400. But when it moves up, right, and after the end of 4 days you see there is 1800, 18,800, then you know for certain that there is, there is it is not going to fall, right? So your for in that case the time value has been, like, some portion of the time value has already been recognized, and now the remaining portion that is there, it will be rapidly recognized. And because there is a concept of this expiry, that's why there is a concept of implicit value and explicit value, like. So that's why there are two types of value, and implicit value and explicit value, or time value. Implicit value and time value works against each other, right? As you can see, one is, when one is red, the other is green, and when the other is green, the one, the the one would be red, right? So I think right now the concept of implicit value and explicit value is clear. I'll just once again go back to the buying position just to better explain this, right? So I'll just buy. Okay, so this, once again, this represent this green area. From option buyer perspective, this represent the implicit value. As you can see, the more the option moves here, it is it is called the implicit value, and this red area is the time value, right? And time value works in favor of option seller, but like the more the time that went pass by, so the option buyer has not exercised the option. That means there is lower chance that in the remaining few days they would be exercising the option, right? More the time the better. Like if you start with 7 days, the option buyer has not exercised the option in the next 5 days, right? So then the option buyer can probably exercise the option maybe in the next there is very limited chance that the option buyer will exercise the option next 2 days, right? Because the market has not moved in that direction, so option buyer is not, that there is no reason for option buyer to use that, right? And for European option, you can only exercise the option at the expiry day. So at the expiry day, you have to the market has to fall below that level, right? So this implicit value and explicit value creates three more concept, which is called in the money, at the money, and out of the money. So when the market, when the option premium has, or the option premium has more implicit value, so that is called in the money. And when the option premium is out of the money, that means there is only time value of that there is more time value of money, or there is only time value of money. At this point of time, there is very limited implicit value, right? Because the policy holder, the option has not moved into this side, right? So at any point of time, both this value would exist. But here the time value would, like when it is out of money, when it is below this, this behind this like horizontal vertical line, then the time value of money would be higher. So then it is working in favor of seller. But when it is here, when it is in the green side, right, then it is then the implicit value would be higher. And this side is called in the money, this green side. If you are just on that vertical line, then it is called at the money, right? And this side, which is working in favor of option seller, that is called out of money, right? So in case of an insurer, when the insurer is giving that guarantee, insurer wants because the insurer is selling the option, right? Insurer is selling the option, insurer is bullish on the market, insurer is selling the put option. And what you are doing is you are purchasing the put option. You are saying that, okay, if the market goes up, then nothing like it, then I'm making profit, right? My 1,000 would become 1,200. But in case the market fall, then I'm also not losing the money. That's precisely the concept of put option, right? So insurer is selling the put option, insurer is bullish on the market. The insurer, then this will bite the insurer only when this this the level, the insurer, the strike price is breached, right? So if in this case, in our case, the insurer has probably sold a put option of strike price 1170, right? And the maturity of that or the expiry of that is the maturity of that policy. So what insurer is saying, if within the maturity, or in this case this is 3 years, because I have chosen a simple example, 3 years is the maturity, and because of that, what insurer is saying, that I have sold you the put option, in case the market falls below this level, right, 1170, in case the market falls below this, then I'll guarantee that I'll pay you 1170. So insurer wants the market to go beyond that, right, go beyond that. So that's so when you are starting, right, at the start, the insurer has a lot of time value, right, and as and when it approaches, and if the market is still not below this level, market is reasonably higher up, and as they say, with time market is supposed to go up, right. So that's the nature of the market, right. So that's why insurer will believe that the more time passes, the more, the time value of money it recognize, and the remaining that would be there would be recognized very, very rapidly, right. So that's the concept of, or that's the intuitive concept of time value of money. If you want to see the mathematical definition of time value of money, it is given by something which is called theta, which is also known as, which is a part of option Greeks, and this is how it is kind of calculated. So this is a very complicated formula, and it if you remember this formula, the Black-Scholes formula also looks like this, but otherwise, I mean, there is no need to remember such a difficult formula, right. And yeah, you just need to remember the theta represent the time value of money, or in our case it is called TVOG, like for insurer it is called the TVOG, and that is analogous to the concept of derivative, call option and put option. So basically what the insurer is trying to replicate here is how a call option works, right. So what would be the price of the option, or what will be the price of this time value of option or guarantee? That will be the price of the, right, that will be the price of the options. And that's why, if you have, I don't know if you have seen that, but I have a playlist called APS and guidelines, like IRD APS and guidelines. So in GN22 is an IAI guidance note, GN22, in which you can see, or you can read, like I've already covered that in my YouTube channel. So that's a long video. So you can see that and understand how the price of the, guarantee, these are called embedded derivatives. So when the insurer is kind of giving guarantee, these are called embedded derivatives, and how the price of the embedded derivatives are calculated. So basically it should be like based on the principle of financial arbitrage. If such a call option exists in the market, it actually does not exist, or such a put option exists in the market, then the price of that put option, or the option premium, would be equal to the amount that the insurer has to keep for reserve, right. Because that's exactly what the insurer has to kind of buy to balance out the liability, because it has sold a put option, so you need to also kind of balance out the liability by purchasing a put option, right. So that's exactly what the insurer has to do, but such kind of thing do not exist in the market, right. So the insurer has to reserve for that. If the such kind of things exist in the market, the insurer could easily purchase the option and be safe, completely safe. Insurer would be hedged against any such risk. But in this case, because such kind of option do not exist in the market, insurer has to determine reserve. That reserve is called the cost of guarantee. Okay. So how is these two things related? For that, so I think right now you are you remembered about the call option and put option, right? You have understood the explicit value and implicit value, what is ATM, what is ITM, that is at the money, in the money, and out of money. And you have also understood what is cost of guarantee, which is the reserve. Now we'll see a practical example, right? So suppose this is 1,000, and we have some, from some website, maybe Bloomberg or whatever, we have got some simulation. So we expect the interest rate to move like this: 6% here, then 6.5%, then 7%, right? In next simulation, it will be 3%, 3.5%, 4%. So this is a high interest rate scenario, which is the current case right now. This is a low interest rate scenario. This is here it is falling sometimes at 6%, then 5.5%, 6.2%, right? So the first year is the highest, then it is 4%, 5%, 6%, almost a linear, sort of movement. So we have four simulations, and it like we don't know about the future, right? That's why we are assuming these would be the scenarios, right? And we are trying to take as many simulations as possible. Obviously, in normal scenario or normal situation, practical situation, actually we will have 10,000 scenarios or 12,000 scenarios, multiple scenarios, right? Here I've just taken four simulation to give an example. So your starting fund is 100. By the way, this should be called scenarios and not simulation. Scenario and simulation, two different things. But ignore this. I mean, I think that you can deal with that. So the starting fund is 1000, right? And now I'm calculating what would be the value. So 1000 into this, and then this value into this, and then this value into this. So that would give you something as 1208. So the fund growth at the end of year 3 would be 1208. In this case, there is no deficit, right? 1208 is already higher than 1170, so there is no deficit, right? The guarantee do not bite the insurer. In this case, that would mean that that option has expired worthless, right? And the insurer has got all the money, right? So let me just once again sell the option, because the insurer is seller of option, right? So let me go here, seller of the put option, I'll just sell. So in the first scenario, the option has expired somewhere here in this range, in this green range, and the insurer has made all the money, right? All the time value of money insurer has made, right? So insurer has actually got all the premiums. Basically, this is the premium that the person pays, 146, and insurer has captured the entire premium, right? Now in the next scenario, the final fund value is 1109, and it is the guaranteed amount of 1170. In this case, the guarantee bite, how much the guarantee bite? By 61, right? So in this case, there is implicit value. So the option might have expired somewhere here, maybe in this region, right? In this red region. And that's why the insurer has to pay some money. The reserve would have to be used in this case, right? So in this case, 61 has to be paid from pocket of the insurer. In the next case also, there is 1188, which is higher than 1170, so the guarantee does not bite. And in this case also, this is 1158, so the guarantee does bite, and this time it bites less. The bite is only 12 rupees. Earlier it was 61 rupees, right? So if you, for 10,000 scenarios, if you take the average, right? So it will be 61 plus 12 by 4, and then you are getting 18, right? So this 18 is the additional reserve, because in market there is no such option, right? There is no such option that exists for 3 years. That's why you cannot find any option in the market which you can buy, so that by use of financial arbitrage principle, you can say, okay, this liability is replicated by this one, so yeah, we are perfectly hedged against this, and that's why this is the price, right? But in this case, because we can't do that, so we have to project for future, and by projecting for future in all the situations that it bites, that is our cost, right? Had we have not given the guarantee, then there would be no cost, right? Because we have given the guarantee, then there is a deficit, and because there is a deficit, there is a cost to the guarantee, and that has to be kept as a reserve. And this you need to, like, not kind of shown that, but this you need to discount back to today's date, right? And that would be the actual cost of guarantee. In this case, just assume that we are not discounting it back. So the cost of guarantee would actually be the present value of this, right? Present value of this at the starting fund. That would be, so it will not be 18, it will be lower than 18, but that would be the cost of guarantee. So when would be, so what is the difference between time value, like our basic question, our starting question, how is time value of option guarantees kind of equal to cost of guarantees, right? So the time value of option guarantee will be equal to cost of guarantee when there is no implicit value, right? So if for by some reason, if this is also 0 and this is also 0, right? Then at the end of the expiry, there is no implicit value, there is only time value, right? I mean, in this situation, right? Suppose on so this is for this option, the expiry is 24th of November. So at 24th of November, if you are somewhere here, then there you have your option has only time value of money, which has worked in favor of seller only, right? In this case, the seller is insurer, so which has worked in favor of insurer only, and the insurer has captured the entire premium, right? So at that point of time, the option premium, or the option whatever the option premium is, that is entirely time value, and that time value has been captured by the insurer, right? Had the option expire here, so then there would be some time value as well as implicit value. What is the difference between the time value and implicit value? The implicit value would, in this case, would be much higher, and you can like, depending on the what is the option price, you can use that formula, like this formula, right? You can use this, not this, you can use this formula to determine what is the time value of money, and then that deducted from the option premium would give you the implicit value. So I think now it is clear that when time value of optional guarantee will be equal to the cost of guarantee, that only happens in the case when there is when there is no deficit, right? When every thing is captured by the insurer, then the time value of money is equal to the cost of guarantee. Otherwise, cost of guarantee would incorporate some implicit value, and it would not be equal to the time value of optional guarantee. Now, as I mentioned at the start of the video, that I'll end this video with a question, and probably the person or the persons who are going to answer this question would, if they can appear for my seminar, they would have it free, right? So what is the question? So for embedded value, we, if you remember embedded value, there we have a I've made a video on embedded value, which is this one. If I go here, maybe, yeah, this one. So this is the embedded value video, which is the curious case of discount rate. Let me just figure that out. Curious case of discounted part 2. Yeah, I have made this video, which is discounted part 3 investment return. So here I have explained about the embedded value. So embedded value has two components, which is one is the present adjusted net worth and other is the WIP. So from WIP, the time value of option guarantees are subtracted, right? WIP is the present value of, like, present WIP is like value of in force, and it consists of present value of future profit, from which present value of future profit, the time value of option guarantees are subtracted, right? My question is based on today's discussion, why the time value of option guarantees is subtracted from WIP, right? Or present value of future profit, right? Usually we, by WIP we mean the present value of future profit, but there are some elements that are subtracted, like frictional cost of capital, time value of option guarantees, CR and HR, right? All this we can study separately in separate videos, but we already know about time value of option guarantees, and from the in calculation of WIP, from the PVFP, present value of future profit, the time value of option guarantees is subtracted, right? My question is why it is subtracted, right? You have 1 week to think over this and write this answer, and next Friday I'll make a video on this topic. So I think I hope you have understood the concept and how time value of option and guarantees and cost of guarantee is linked, and like what is the mathematical kind of interpretation behind that. And if you are benefited by this channel, please like the video, please share this channel with your friends. I hope it will help many people. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you're seeing this video for the first time. I honestly believe this is the only channel present in the entire world which is kind of discussing this sort of topics. Otherwise, I have only seen interviews of actuaries how to clear exam. That is also done here, but I think the concepts are more important, and this is the only channel that is doing that. So for that, I deserve a like as well. And thanks for watching this video. Happy Christmas, although I'll see you on Christmas as well, right on that day. And if you believe in any god, so happy Christmas for that. I don't believe in that, but it's a festival, so you can celebrate it. You can go out, have fun with your friends or family. That's what we earn for. Thanks for watching this video, and see you in future videos.